Now, part of a Dane County highway is closed following a crash. The latest on what we know. And a must-win game for the Brewers today. We'll tell you who is taking the mound from Milwaukee in Game 4 of the NLDS. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kane. A developing story near Paoli as all lanes of traffic are blocked due to a crash. It happened on State Highway 69 just south of Paoli around 9:40 this morning. Officials say the crash downed a telephone pole. 2 ambulances were sent out to the scene, but Dane County dispatchers did not have any information about any injuries. It's also uncertain how many vehicles were involved in the crash. This is a developing story, as we said, so we'll have any updates in our later newscast and all day long on channel3000.com. A robber pointed a handgun at a woman and stole her vehicle this morning in Madison. The Madison Police Department said the vehicle was stolen west of Maple Grove Drive near the 3700 block of Frosted Leaf Drive around 1:45 a.m. Officers say a woman was getting out of her vehicle when someone in a stolen gray car pulled up next to her, pointed a handgun at her, and told her to exit her vehicle. Police later saw the victim's vehicle and the stolen car speeding on McKee Road. After a short chase, officers stopped following the vehicles. The victim's vehicle was last seen in Janesville by the Wisconsin State Patrol. Rock County medical authorities have identified the Beloit man killed after he crashed into a tree over the weekend. The Rock County Medical Examiner's Department identified the man as 67-year-old Daniel Beeler of Beloit. It happened Saturday night at South Paddock Road. The Rock County Sheriff's Office and the Rock County Medical Examiner's Department are still investigating the crash. Another cloudy day across southern Wisconsin. Let's head to the Weather Center. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Even a little cooler today, too.
Yeah, a little cooler, but it's definitely gloomy as we're heading into our afternoon. Just around the noontime hours, we have been sticking with this cloud cover. Some areas have been seeing some light, patchy fog, but for the most part, it is just a gloomy day for us on our Tuesday here in Madison. 60 degrees as of right now. Dew points are at 57 degrees, so it's a little bit on the muggier side, but it's still just onto the noticeable side as well. As we're taking a look at our radar, still dry conditions are sticking around for us as we're getting into the rest of our noon hour. And for our temperatures into southern Wisconsin, we're not the only one that's cool right now. Low 60s, upper 50s, 58 degrees for Viroqua, 61 in Lone Rock and Mineral Points, 59 degrees in Platteville with 63 in Janesville. Nice cool start to our Tuesday morning. Dew points aren't overly high, overly muggy as well. It's just noticeable as we're getting things rolling for us. And as we get into the afternoon, just know that the cloud cover is going to stick around. We're going to be inching close to breaching that high of 67 degrees here in Madison. And so it'll be a little mild, but still the mostly cloudy conditions are going to remain for us throughout much of today. So you're not going to need sunglasses at all, but it's definitely going to be a cloudy one for us.
And 67 is probably about normal, right?
Yeah, it's close to the normal time around the year. It's about 65 around this time.
Okay. All right. We'll check back in a few minutes, Julian. Thank you. Well, if you're looking to get a COVID shot or the Pfizer booster shot, you can now do that at the Alliant Energy Center. Starting today, Public Health Madison and Dane County is planning a temporary vaccination clinic at the Arena building. The clinic will be open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Booster doses for some Americans, people in long-term care facilities, people 65 and older, and people 18 and older who have underlying medical conditions or work in fields with high risk of exposure to COVID-19 were approved by the federal regulators last month. County health officials encourage people to schedule an appointment, but drop-ins will be accepted. The FDA is posting documents from Johnson & Johnson and Moderna ahead of meetings later this week to discuss booster shots of their vaccines. Meantime, another drug maker is asking the agency to authorize emergency use of its COVID-19 treatment pill. Laura Podesta has the latest from New York.
More than 7 million Americans have already received a Pfizer booster shot. And now an FDA advisory panel is getting ready to consider whether to approve boosters for the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines as well.
We would like to make sure that their protection is also boosted so that they won't get infections that are even mild, let alone serious enough to put them in the hospital.
Among the questions health experts are expected to address, how much vaccine should be in the Moderna booster? The drug maker says 50 micrograms, half of what was in the original 2 doses, should be enough. There are also questions about when people should get the Johnson & Johnson booster. The company submitted data for options at 2 months or at 6 months after the original single-dose vaccination.
And I think the FDA will look at this. Can you mix and match? Can you start with J&J and finish with either Moderna or Pfizer? The mix and match issues are also on the table.
The FDA is also considering whether to authorize emergency use for Merck's COVID-19 treatment pill. The drug maker says early trials show molnupiravir cut hospitalizations and deaths by about half.
Just imagining as a primary care physician the power of an oral outpatient medication such as molnupiravir, it would be a remarkable game changer.
The drug is targeted at unvaccinated people who have already developed symptoms. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
And the White House has already put in an initial order for 1.7 million doses. Another Wisconsin mother has filed a federal lawsuit over the lack of COVID-19 protocols at her son's school. Gina Kildall filed the suit yesterday in Madison. She's seeking an injunction forcing the Fall Creek School District to comply with U.S. Centers for Disease Control COVID-19 guidelines for schools. She says two of her son's classmates tested for COVID. One of them didn't wear a mask to school. Then her son, who wore a mask, tested positive and missed 2 weeks of school. The filing mirrors a lawsuit a woman filed against the Waukesha School District. Wisconsin Democrats are announcing Birth Equity Act legislation. The package of laws is designed to disrupt inequities in maternal and child health by supporting Black, brown, and indigenous mothers and infants. The 6 bills focus on insurance coverage, postpartum home visits, mandate coverage for prenatal and postpartum mental health screenings, expanding dental care for pregnant Badger Care recipients, and ending sales tax on breastfeeding equipment and supplies.
I need my colleagues in the legislature to prioritize Black maternal and child health and dedicate themselves to ending public health as a crisis, which is a systemic racism.
Supporters of the bill say that there are not enough resources for Black pregnant women across the state. Las Vegas Raiders head coach John Gruden has quit over a series of reported emails that used crude language against gays, blacks, and women. In one email, Gruden allegedly called NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell a homophobic slur and a clueless anti-football expletive. He also said that Goodell should not have pressured then-Rams head coach Jeff Fisher to draft queers, a reference to Michael Sam, the first openly gay player to be drafted by an NFL team. In a statement announcing his resignation, Gruden said, in part, "I have resigned as head coach. I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt anyone." Ken Belson of the New York Times broke the story.
This was a pattern of behavior, grown men talking like this with more than a wink and a nod. And that's pretty disturbing.
The NFL was already investigating Gruden for racist language he allegedly used in an email to describe NFL Players Association Executive Director DeMaurice Smith. Well, it's a must-win game for the Brewers this afternoon as they face the Atlanta Braves in Game 4 of the National League Division Series. The Braves have won 2 in a row. They go up 2-1 on the Crew. Eric Lawler will take the mound for the Brewers, while Atlanta is going with its Game 1 starter, Charlie Morton. First pitch is set for 4:15 this afternoon. If the Brewers win, Game 5 will be played in Milwaukee on Thursday. Today, we may get some answers about how 22-year-old Gabby Petito died. The Teton County coroner is sharing the results of Petito's autopsy at 1:30. She was found dead in Teton County, Wyoming last month. The FBI said the manner of death is homicide, but have not said how she died. Her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, who returned home to Florida from their cross-country trip without her more than a week before she was reported missing. He then went missing as well. We'll be streaming the news conference with the Teton County coroner on Facebook and on our website, channel3000.com. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
A tale of 2 vaccines and a dollar-driven dare to ditch your digital dependency. I'm Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. Of those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for overall excellence in television.
RH Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. Get the job done right with RH Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
iMart Express is the only place where you can count on same-day service. Thanks to our local labs, shop our huge selection and get quality glasses at a price you'll love. And see better today. Right glasses, right price, right now.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements. Shingles protect your home and impact its design and curb appeal. Owens Corning architectural shingles have a limited lifetime warranty and can withstand up to 130-mile-per-hour winds. We carry over 60 to choose from, available now. For a roof that will make you the envy of the neighborhood, choose Owens Corning shingles. And now they're all 11% off in store or on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, now offering complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling with 0% financing. Everything you need to finish your dream project. Get the job done right with RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Moderna says it is now seeking emergency authorization of a booster shot for its COVID-19 vaccine. The company says it is asking for approval of a booster dose for people ages 65 and over and those who are immunocompromised. You may recall the FDA is weighing booster shots for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson this week. On the flip side, one vaccine maker says it's pulling out of the mRNA vaccine business. CureVac announced today that it is withdrawing its COVID-19 vaccine candidate from the approval process in Europe. With Pfizer and Moderna already in broad distribution, the company said the pandemic window is closing. The mood of small business owners slipped in September. According to the National Federation of Independent Business, optimism fell a full point to a reading of 99.1. That is the lowest level since March. Optimism sank as small business owners complained about difficulty finding enough staff. Businesses also say they can't get parts and supplies fast enough to keep up with demand. And there's a new incentive to power down. All Homes Connections is looking for someone to do a clean sweep of their social media for a new detox challenge. The pay, $2,500 for 25 days of disconnecting. The winner will log their experience of logging out. People can apply online until October 25th. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 6 points. The NASDAQ up 13. The S&P 500 is up a fraction. Elon Musk is teasing Jeff Bezos because of their widening wealth gap. Musk tweeted the Amazon founder a second-place medal on Monday. Musk is the richest man in the world with $222 billion. Bezos follows behind, worth nearly $192 billion. Two companies Musk founded, Tesla and SpaceX, have been growing in value. Speaking of Amazon, it is shifting its approach on remote work again. Previously, the company planned to require that corporate employees come to the office at least 3 times a week when its offices reopen in January. Now it's giving its workers more control over how much time they spend in the office and opening the door to more corporate workers to continue working from home. Most of the hundreds of thousands of warehouse workers and delivery drivers have been working in person throughout the pandemic. Another cloudy and gloomy day across southern Wisconsin, and we could see some more rain later this week. Julian has more in your certified most accurate forecast next.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on Quartz.
showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale. And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
Introducing Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. New luxury apartments for seniors 55 plus. Professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
It's our biggest sale of the year. And you can save big.
On quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale. And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
It is spooky season, folks, and tomorrow morning we're getting you ready for Halloween. I'll be in the 608 with budget-friendly ways to help you pull together a costume that's spooktacular.
And the weather a little frightful. We're tracking more showers and storms tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
Attention Dish Network customers. WISC-TV's agreement with Dish ends October 13th. If a new agreement isn't reached, your access to local news and CBS programming will be eliminated. Learn more at channel3000.com. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yaki of the Midwest Farm Report on this Tuesday. How are you?
Not bad. Kind of damp, kind of overcast, like everything else in the state of Wisconsin right now. But that's all right. Again, we have to look at ourselves as the fortunate ones because there's still plenty of farmers I'm talking to. You get as close as Minnesota, even western Iowa, and they would love to see the moisture that we're picking up in Wisconsin. So we'll take it. Just hope that it turns the corner and the harvest can continue. So today, everybody was all worked up about the World Ag Supply Demand Report. There had been early indications today that there was going to be disappointment as far as the numbers were concerned, and they definitely went that direction. So USDA today adjusted their corn production up 3% compared to last year. 15 billion bushel of corn, what they're expecting this year. Soybean growers are expected to harvest 5% more this year compared to last at 4.45 billion bushel of beans. Again, both of them a little bit on the bullish side, bearish side, I should say, compared to what we'd hoped for. Corn yields are expected to average 176.5 bushel to the acre. That's up about 0.2 bushel from the previous forecast. As far as soybeans, 51.5 bushel to the acre, what they're expecting, that's up about 0.9 bushel compared to their last forecast. And it's just those kind of small numbers expanded across all kinds of acres that's got the markets going lower on corn and beans. In fact, one story that a lot of folks have been talking about, I just didn't bring it up, oats. For you people that have oats in your cereal, or maybe you bake with oats or make something with oats, even that oat milk thing that I hear about, oats are one of those commodities that's going absolutely crazy, pushing almost $7 a bushel as far as oats are concerned, trying to fight for acres coming up in 2022. Canada didn't have oats this year. U.S. had the lowest oat acreage in history. That's one of the commodities that's not getting as much attention, but it's a brighter story than what I have for you today. As far as dairy is concerned, I can tell you that the butter today was up 4 cents at $1.76. 40-pound block cheese dropped $0.0125 to $1.7825, and the barrel cheese was down $0.015 at $1.75. I had to go to my phone because I forgot to write it down on a piece of paper. But that's the trends for you so far on Tuesday. But like I said, that oat story is the one everybody seems to be talking about.
Oats making news.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Pam. Here's Julia now with a look at that gloomy forecast.
That's right, Mark, and good afternoon, everyone. We are looking for a gloomy forecast for our Tuesday. At least it's not super wet today as we had for yesterday, but right now we're looking at 60 degrees. We are staying mildly dry. However, there was a slight little sprinkle that was on our radar just a little bit ago, but dew points are at 57 degrees, so we do have a bit of moisture in our atmosphere, just not an oversaturated one. Now, as we take a look at planning out the day, don't expect much sunshine or any sunshine at all for today. We're looking at overcast to really blanket much of our sky cover throughout much of today, going into our afternoon as well. And those temperatures are going to stay into the 60 range as well as we go in throughout the next few days, or few hours, excuse me. Now, as we take a look, the three things we'll need to know is we have a cloudy stretch ahead of us. And then once we break that cloudy stretch, we are still looking at another round of seeing some possible storms or even some rain showers as we get into our Wednesday. And then we're looking for cooler temperatures. That's right, folks. We've been seeing above average temperatures for the last few weeks. Now we're finally going to get on track to feeling a lot like fall, which has me excited. But what we're going to be keeping our eye on is our surface map. We still have that low up into the north, but what we're going to keep our eye on is over here into the mountain west. That system is going to be making its way into the upper Midwest once again, which is where we're going to be predicting to starting to see a bit more of that showers and storms starting to reach its way into the upper Midwest and causing havoc for the Midwest as well as we go into the next couple of days. But until then, we are looking at dry conditions once again on our radar. Some areas might see a light little sprinkle, but what we're keeping our eye on as well is going into our Wednesday. We do have a marginal risk of seeing some severe weather, but with the setup that we are going to be seeing, I'm not overly confident that we're going to be seeing severe weather, but it's still something to keep in mind that we could be seeing these storms potentially making their way from going to strong and could be severe as we get into our Wednesday. But until then, we got to talk about Tuesday. We're not looking for much of a break. Might see some sunshine into our late evening hours, but then the clouds are going to be coming right back as we go into tonight. Then as we take a look at our Wednesday morning close to the noon hour, we're going to be looking at that line of storms that I told you is going to start to make its way into southern Wisconsin. Now, that's going to be into a squall line, and once it starts to break up, we're going to see that storms starting to inch its way into the farther southeast, but those temperatures once again are going to stay into those 60s, and we're looking for more wet weather ahead of us as we get into our Wednesday, carrying into our Wednesday night. So don't put the rain gear away just yet. We're not looking for a whole lot of rain, less than about a tenth of an inch of rain, especially throughout the next event, but because it's going to be a quick moving system, but still something to prepare for. Make sure that you have your rain gear nearby, and we're going to be getting through the next couple of events in terms of our storms. But until then, we're going to be looking at those 60s sticking around for us. Wednesday is going to be looking to be our next rain and storm event. Then as we get into Friday, we're looking for another chance of some rain showers, but the weekend is looking marvelous if you are a lover of some fall. We might have a slight chance of seeing a quick little shower in the morning on Saturday, but temperatures are going to be into those upper 50s, low 60s. Now, those are going to be close to the actual temperatures we need to be having around this time of year to make it feel more like October and especially like fall, Mark.
That would be nice.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I am too. All right, Julian, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. Let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Who needs to buy those fancy and costly meal kits when you can whip up an easy and flavorful dinner in no time? That's budget-friendly, too.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. But why settle for any Medicare plan when you can get 5 stars with 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plans exclusively from Quartz, featuring plans starting as low as $0 per month. Learn more by requesting your free Medicare Advantage plan comparison guide from Quartz today. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting when you see what's new for 2022. such as the Quartz Cash Card, giving you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a fitness membership and over-the-counter items. Best of all, you get to choose. Also new for 2022, a low $35 select insulin copay for a 30-day supply. That's just part of the great coverage that comes with Quartz Medicare Advantage plans, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, with primary care visits from $5 and specialist visits as low as $25, and dental and hearing aid benefits at no extra cost, plus vision benefits including up to $300 for frames, lenses, and contacts. Quartz also includes valuable extras like $0 virtual visits and fun, memory-boosting online fitness activities. Get all the plan details in your free Medicare Advantage plan comparison guide from Quartz today. In addition to our 5-star quality, value, and service, Quartz has put together an all-star team of top providers, featuring the many doctors and facilities of UW Health, working together to give you the 5-star treatment you deserve. It's no wonder that 99% of our members stay with Quartz, because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Why settle for anything less? Learn more now. Call or go online to request your free Medicare Advantage plan comparison guide from Quartz today.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
As you know, we love chatting with you on Facebook and reading your comments on our website. So when we noticed that several of you have asked us to make more skillet main dish dinners, we got right on it. Today, I'm introducing you to our newest skillet dinner with a Southwestern flair. And it comes together in no time. We start by pounding a few boneless pork chops between some plastic wrap until they're thin. Now, we season them with salt and pepper and dip them in some milk, and then into some seasoned breadcrumbs. Just make sure you pat the breading on really well so it sticks while it cooks. Then we cook these in batches in some vegetable oil. Once they're all cooked, in the same skillet, we saute some garlic and onion until they're tender. To that, we add some corn, accented with some red pepper, and a bit of cilantro, if you'd like. Once this is hot, we place the cutlets back in the skillet and top the whole thing with a Mexican cheese blend before finishing it off with a squeeze of lime. Talk about flavorful. And since we cook the whole thing in one skillet, cleanup is a breeze. To get the recipe for what we call our Southwestern pork chops, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, where today we found an easy skillet way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Try that. Get some of the corn.
Yes.
Man.
Guys, thank you. A 600-pound elk in Colorado would give a pair of wildlife officers thanks if it could. They tranquilized the animal and removed a tire that was stuck around its neck. The elk's been known to officials since a Colorado Parks and Wildlife officer first spotted it 2 years ago. Images taken by trail cameras over the years appeared to indicate the tire was not impacting his ability to eat and drink. The tire was filled with 10 pounds of debris and left a small wound on the elk's neck, but officials say he's in very good shape and set him free shortly after sliding the tire off of his head. That's probably one happy elk not having that spare tire around. All right, Julian, one final check of the forecast.
A final check of our forecast. Well, for the next couple of days, expect more cooler conditions to stick around, and that cloud cover is not looking to break just yet as we're going in throughout. Now, as we take a look at our 10-day forecast, we're looking for more stormy conditions potentially on for Wednesday and more rain for Friday. But the weekend's looking pretty good, Mark.
All right, that's the good news. Thank you, Julian. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.